Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast with Emmy Hikins and Trevor Gear.
I used to do music, years and years ago. And I thought, for 1 second, he was referring to making music, the process. So I said, wow, that's great, because I thought, well, finally, a common ground. And I said, so making music. I said, wow. He said, no, not making music. I used to listen to music. And I thought, you don't even listen to music now?
Weird.
I know. And I thought, you don't even listen to music now? He said, no. And I thought, I was struggling then. I thought, right, I've got to find something. I refuse to give up. I've got to find something that I have in common with this guy. That was the second time that I was meeting him anyway. And I said, right, what about writing? Because I know his partner writes fictional things, she does. And she said, she showed me a book once. She said, look, I wrote this book. And I thought, wow, nice. I didn't get to read it. I said, you ought to make more than one copy of that, to, hand out to people. There might be people that find it interesting. So I thought, surely you, and I was talking to the guy now, I said, you must have something in common with your wife, like writing, and he sat there and thought for a minute, and he thought, no, not really. I thought, whoa. And this time, the partner noticed.
He doesn't sound the most content, happiest of people. This does he? I'm sure he is, but there we are.
And this time, I could feel the partner was then thinking, right, I don't want him to think, I don't want me to think that her partner was a total, no fun guy. Let's put it that way. And she said, "Oh, you used to like drawing, didn't you? You used to draw all these, I said, wow, okay. I said, oh, he said, yeah, I don't do it anymore.
What does he do? What does he do these days?
So he said, well, no, I don't do it anymore. And I thought, right. So you don't like sports. You don't like music, not even listening to it. You don't like creative writing. I said there's got to be one thing at least. One thing. Give me something here. Give me something. And he said to me, well, I do coding.
He does what?
He does coding.
Say again?
Coding.
Oh, coding.
Yeah, so, this computer language thing, C++, Python and all that. And I thought, oh, I hope everybody that does this coding thing and not like like this guy. But I know straight away, I started creating a profile of him in my head. And I thought, right, okay. So, because I remember when I was building these websites, because I did it all by myself, and I thought I couldn't even catch a break. So something was always going wrong, and I'm like, oh, I've got to go back and do this now. And then sometimes I'd leave it, go to sleep, and that's all I had in my mind. And I thought, I'm going to wake up the next morning, and I'm going to try and sort this thing out. And that's all I had in my head. I could not do anything else. And I remember my cousin in London, he had the same thing, and his wife was just complaining to me and saying, he does nothing but this computer, just sits there all day, and I thought, oh my day. So I said to him, it must be really time consuming what you do. He said, yeah. I said, you have time for anything else? He said, yeah. I said, what is it? Walking the dog. thought, all right. I thought, yeah, all
Well,
right.
that's good.
I've
Walking.
seen you walking the dog once, you know. I thought,
Yeah.
and so just going back to the point that you made about, you know, don't I, standing on the shoulders of giants, and I thought, well, yeah, I do feel like whatever you do now comes from somewhere. There's either a direct inspiration or an indirect one. You know, somebody could say something, you go, oh yeah, that's a good idea, but somebody's done it before. That's the fact. The fact is somebody has done it in one form or the other. I remember electric cars, and I was like, wow, what a great innovation of human, ingenuity. And then I saw something.
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor Gear and Emmy Hikins. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.